In the middle of the Great Depression, people found hope in each other.
Once I built a railroad, made it run, made it race against time. Once I built a railroad, now it's done, brother, can you once I built a tower, the sun
Escorted to an airfield in Chicago, Maura Brannick boarded Air Force One. Penniless, powerless, soft-spoken, and diminutive, the leader of the free world had nevertheless wanted to meet her and to thank her for doing something remarkable. At the time, it was called the Chapin Street Clinic. She and her volunteers built it in the poorest part of South Bend.
We went up to the Air Force One, had a ceremony where they gave her an award, and then we all got a tour of Air Force One. But it was a day that I'll never forget. It was funny to see Sister get frisked by the Secret Service.
Everything was scarce during the Depression. Everything but hope. And the Brannick family was practically giving it away. Anyone who came to their farm outside Chicago would leave with it. Sometimes hope looked like apples, or bread, or even money, even though the Brannicks had none themselves. They always knew someone was worse off than they were. When Maura became a Holy Cross sister, she unexpectedly, inextricably, set out on a course that would intertwine the legacy and the mission of the congregation with legions of volunteers, donors, and citizens of this great city who are yet to be born. And most of this would happen with her irresistible force. At the tender age of 62, no one could say no to Sister Maura Brannick.
I was on the St. Joe board, and Sister Maura talked about her vision for a clinic that would serve the community of those who had nowhere else to turn.
She has such a vision about the needs of the underserved, and she's a catalyst for other people. And she always says, I don't do this by myself. This is not about me. And I think that is her gift. She brings people together and helps them recognize the need and mobilizes them to do it.
And one of the questions was, well, where are you going to get the money, Sister? And she said, well, from you guys. And I don't know that anyone has ever had the guts to tell Sister Maura no, but I wasn't going to be the first.
She's in a long tradition of people just like her, people with vision, people with big hearts, and people who know how to get things done.
Since I've become bishop here, and I've seen the mission of St. Joseph Regional Medical Center, and I'm very impressed by the fidelity to the Catholic mission that includes healthcare for the needy.
You know, we've always been seen as a rather pragmatic, practical congregation as we've tried to live the gospel and serve the needs of people. And Maura's in that long line. Response to need is so about who we are.
The clinic was built, rebuilt, and then built again, all in the same poor neighborhood, all under the watchful and protective eyes of a neighborhood motorcycle club called the Naptown Riders.
Well, they kind of put her under their wing.
They had a real sixth sense, so they knew what was happening over on our clinic without even actually coming over all of the time. And Sister and Sonny, who was the head of the Naptown Riders at the time, were very good. They'd go out for lunch together, and they really had our back.
Maura would have nothing to do with the film honoring her. No, this could never be about Maura. It's about St. Joseph Regional Medical Center's commitment to South Bend's poor and underserved. The congregation's commitment. It's about you, the hundreds of volunteers, the millions of dollars in support from friends, and other local organizations like South Bend Medical Foundation, who's donated millions in laboratory tests since the beginning. And the thousands of precious lives that are touched in real ways, year after year, day after day, with first-class, affordable medical care.
There are so many people who have come from all different directions to be a part of it and to make it work.
It's a calling to say, what can I do to help improve the health, psychological health, the dental health, the medical health of this place, because then everybody's going to be better.
The staff at Chapin Street are incredible human beings with big hearts.
I think that's what Catholic healthcare is all about. I'm sure the inspiration 25 years ago by Sister Maura is her faith, and especially faith in the words of Jesus in the parable of the Last Judgment. Whatsoever you do to the least of my brothers and sisters, you do to me. And we always remember that when we serve the sick or those who are down and out in life for whatever reason, we're serving Jesus.
Serving in a neighborhood once forgotten, except by you and Sister Maura Brannick, CSC. A penniless, powerless place of never-ending faith in each other, and one irresistible force.